So resting down in child's pose. Our first pose of our practice this morning. So this is the perfect pose for our back. Anytime you get those niggles, particularly lower back, it's a nice one to come down into. Maybe when the back is bad, you might need a little bit of support. It feels like reaching the heels is more challenging, particularly if there's any niggles in the lower back. We're going to start to be aware of our breath, feeling present, taking care of ourselves this morning. Just having that feeling of slowing down. Our midweek check-in, our midweek self-care. I started looking a bit more into people that suffer with back pain. I came across that it's the most leading cause of disability in the UK. So many people are off work with back pain, having to change their profession because of back pain, not able to do the things they want to do because of back pain. So we know the yogis believe we're as young as our spine is flexible, and our yoga practice works through the whole of the spine, moving it in every direction, and that's what we're going to do this morning as well. So take another breath here. Maybe that sigh out of the mouth. And when you're ready, just start to roll back up. We're going to stay with kneeling, so if for you it might mean coming onto your bolster or sitting on your block, then please just grab that now. And you will need your belt. So hopefully you all have a belt. So staying in that kneeling position on our block or bolster or on the ground. Taking our belt in our hands, we're going to start to bring our belt up. So imagine you're growing even taller through your spine. You're lifting out of your lower back as you reach your belt towards the ceiling. From here, start to draw your right elbow in and come into a slight side stretch. Squeezing that right elbow in, taking that left arm long. Inhale back to centre, lift out of the waist again, growing taller, and then draw your left elbow in. Right arm stays long. Inhale, you grow taller again, reaching up, and then start to take your belt a little back. So you're going to feel that now through the shoulders, through the chest. Take another breath here, maybe going a little further back. And then start to lower your belt. We're going to now cross our legs as we sit. Again, we could be on our block or our pillow. We want our spine to be long. So I'm going to give you two versions. One is we inhale and we just slightly take the head to the right and hold. You can just hold that stretch. If you want to take it a little further, just to kind of free up any tension in the neck, we take an inhale in through the nose and we exhale, twisting to the right, but we continue that movement. So I'll just show you. It's a So it's quite a vigorous exhale out through the nose. So you're inhaling nose, exhaling right. So So if you'd like to try it, we're just working on the right side. If it's not for you, just hold that stretch to the right. Let's begin. Just close the eyes, whatever version you're doing. Take 2 more. Just imagine freeing up all that tension in the neck. And then come back to center when ready. Just take a moment, taking a long breath in. Slow breath out. We're going to start to do that onto the other side. So again, it might be just holding that stretch to the left. It might be using the breath. Let's begin. So it's quite a vigorous shake to the left if you're using your breath. Really want to free up any tightness, any tension. Relax the shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. Coming back to center. Long breath in here. When you're ready, make your way onto your hands and your knees. So coming into table pose. We're going to start with our cat-cow breath now. So we're going to let the breath travel through the spine. Inhaling, dipping into the belly, gazing up, and exhaling, rolling the spine to the ceiling, tucking the chin in. So we're going to take a few rounds of our cat-cow breath in your own time. So we started with the upper spine, we're now moving through the length of the spine, still using the power of our breath. We're going to take 2 more rounds. And it's nice to keep the eyes closed as much as possible. Really starts to bring you further inwards. Not looking at that spot of dust on the floor or what might need to be done around you. Just staying within. Come back to your neutral spine. We're going to tuck our toes, sit back to the heels, and let's start to come up into downward facing dog. So a pose that works through many muscles, deltoids, the hips, the thighs, triceps, the quads, all through most of the body. Take 2 breaths in your downward dog, inhaling through your nose now, and just take a few sighs out of the mouth. We're going to do that twice. Drop the knees down to your yoga mat, step your hands slightly further forward, roll all the way down, inhale up. Exhale to your child's pose. So we're going to take a few rounds of our wave-like movement, rolling down, elbows glued to the body, inhaling up and exhaling back into that balasana. If for any reason it doesn't feel okay, you can hold your balasana, your child's pose. Let's keep moving, keep going a few more times. Being kind to our backs, being gentle, being mindful. I'm going to take 1 more. Rolling down and sitting back. Coming back, all meeting back in child's pose. Let's find our way back into downward facing dog. This time float the hips towards the mat in up dog. And then push back into down dog. Again, use that option to rest and hold in your down dog, or you continue that movement. Sending the hips down, pushing back. We're going to take a few more rounds. We're listening to our body. We need to make any adaptations, that's what we do. As you come into up dog, you send the gaze up As you exhale, you're looking down towards your toes, pushing back. One more. Start to walk now towards your yoga mat, coming into that forward fold with the feet together. Take a bend into your left knee, plant your left hand down on your mat or your block, send your right arm long. So we're sitting back into the right leg, we're bending our left leg, our right leg is straight. Gaze back down to your mat, plant your right hand, bend into your right leg. Left leg is now straight, left arm is now reaching. Gazing back down, planting that left hand down, let's take our roll slowly up, all of the way. Bring the arms up once you come up. Exhale. Bring your hands onto your hips, step your feet hip width apart. Start to roll through the knees, through the hips, through the lower back. Keep the movement quite slow. Keep the circle big. And reverse. Mindful movement. One more circle. Come back to standing, step the feet together, bring the arms out in front. Take the right hand over the left, bind the arms. We're going to sit into our chair. The more we bring the elbows up, the more we're going to feel that in our right shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart. Take the hands back out in front, take the left arm over the right, taking that bind. Sit back into your chair. Remember, the more you bring the elbows up, the more you will feel that left side now. Straightening the legs, inhale up. Exhale, heart. Bring the hands back out in front, right hand over left, taking that bind. Coming back into your chair, but this time folding forwards. So you're curling in. If it feels too much in your chair, you could do this from standing with the legs straight. Inhale up. Exhale. We've got our left side to do, hands back out in front. Left arm over the right, taking that bind. Back into chair, last time. Curling back in, drawing the elbows towards the tummy, letting the head go. Leaning into that left shoulder blade. Inhale, rolling back up. Exhale, heart. We're going to step left foot forward, right foot back. You will probably want your block. So just take your block. We're going to bring it outside edge of our left foot. Don't worry if you don't have a block. Hips are going to stay forward towards that left leg. We take our arms out. We're going to start to twist through our spine. So we're going to bring our right hand to our block. Our left hand is going to reach up for the ceiling. Our block can be at different levels. Our hand could be on our mat. If we don't have a block, we just bring it to the outside edge of our left leg. So really being aware of twisting, of pulling that left arm back. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands behind your back, link your fingers, pull the arms down the back. As you inhale now, you're folding to that front leg, sending the hands high, letting the head go. Another breath here. Inhale, start to roll all the way back up. Bring your hands onto your hips, step your right foot forward, your left foot back, grab your block for your right side. Making sure the hips are staying forwards. Don't need too much distance between the legs. We're going to take the arms back out. Take an inhale, start to hinge from the hips, and then take your left hand to your block, your right arm reaches up. Few more breaths here. Gaze down to the ground as you roll back up. Send your hands behind your back, link your fingers. Inhale here, exhale, hinge. Dropping the head, sending the hands high. Release your hands down to the ground, step both feet together, take a forward fold here. Inhale, take a long spine. Hopefully you're quite near the top of your mat as you step back into your plank. You're going to lower all the way down to your mat, roll into your cobra and sit back into your balasana. Let your forehead come to the mat. When you're ready, roll all the way back down to your mat. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So we're going to send our elbows just under our shoulders. Relaxing our toes. Taking a gentle, soft gaze and turn to the right. So imagine you're just dropping your gaze down to your right shoulder blade or right shoulder. As you inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, turn the gaze to the left. Inhale, back to center. Lower all the way down to your mat, bring your arms alongside you, chin touches the mat. As you inhale, we peel away from the mat every part of us that we can, our arms, our legs, our chest, our chin, squeezing the back body, holding, engaging those muscles. As you exhale, roll back down. This time bring your feet and legs together. We inhale, we roll up. Again, pulling away from our mat. Keeping the feet together, pointing the toes. Engaging the back body. Exhale, roll back down. Send your left arm out, palm facing down. Use your right hand to roll yourself onto your left hip. Keep your left ear down on the mat. Make sure there's no tension in your neck. Maybe shift your right leg back. So it's quite a deep stretch. If you need to ease out a little, please do so. Roll back to center. Whole body back on the mat. Right arm comes out, palm is facing down, it's in line with your shoulder, your left hand is pushing you up. You're rolling onto your right ear, maybe taking that left leg back. Soften and relax that left arm. Roll back when you're ready. Push back up into your Balasana for a moment. Sit back. Come all the way up now. We're going to come onto our back. So please have your block or bolster. I'll let you decide which one. Come all the way back onto your back. First of all, we are going to draw the knees into the chest. Send the heels up to the ceiling, arms alongside you. And then alternate legs. So dropping left heel, bringing it up. Dropping right heel, bringing it up. But we're going to start to take the legs lower. So see if you can do this with the legs a little lower. We are engaging the core. The core helps us strengthen our back. A few more, maybe getting even lower to your mat. The movement might be smaller, but the legs are lower. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees back in to the chest. We're going to use our bolster or our block. We're sliding it under our lower back. So if you're using your bolster, you're going to need to sit up, bring it to your lower back, and then fold over it. If you're using a block, you're just sliding it under your lower back. You could also be using a rolled up blanket or towel. We're going to take everything long, reaching the legs, reaching the arms, resting on our support. Feel that lower back opening. Bring your arms back down. Take a bend back in to your legs. Push up into your bridge. Slide your bolster, your block away. Roll the body back down. We're going to grab our block now and take it to the middle of our back. So when we lay back, it's around the middle of our back. We could have some extra support for our head. We could also have this as a small pillow that we roll back over. So we roll back over it. We might have the crown of the head on the mat. We might have extra support for our head. The idea is we cactus or we open the arms. We're stretching into the chest, the middle back. the body to let go. We bring our arms back down, using our elbows to just come away from that support, coming all the way down to our mat. Link your fingers, place your hands under your head, resting the elbows down. Draw the knees towards the chest. Let the knees fall over to the right. They could always be to your support if needed. Inhale to center, let the knees fall to the left. Come back to center, find your version of Shavasana. Take in rest.